The US government really does maintain a giant hoard of cheese in a cave in Missouri. Our government has always been concerned that we are eating enough cheese. You know how the Tillamook cheese looks like a big orange, like gold brick? That is actually the brick that is used in the bottom of the pyramid that's on the dollar bill. I believe the constipation agenda began in 1951. I don't have my notes with me, but it was at that time that the US government said, hey, the price of milk is all over the place. The milk market is unstable, so we'd like to go in and fuck with it because that always helps. So the government was like, hey, milk farmers, we will pay you the same amount for your milk. No matter how much milk you make, we will just always keep paying you for it. And so the milk farmers were like, hey, we'll make a shitload of milk then and sell it to the government. And the government kept buying the milk. And then they were like, shit, we can't store all this milk because milk goes bad. We need to turn it into cheese and put it into a giant cave in Missouri. Then about 30 years later, some government officials were like, dude, this cheese is going bad. This cheese is rotting. We need to throw it into the ocean or give it away to people for free. That was literally what they said. And the government cheese program began in 1981. Now, I was born in 1986. It lasted through the 90s. I'm pretty sure I had this cheese at my public school. I can't get to the bottom of exactly what was in this cheese, the exact ingredient list I've been trying to find. You know there had to be some bad shit in there, some preservatives. The government was just always like, we need to unload this cheese. I mean, you know how it is. When you have a giant underground cheese hoard, you got to get rid of that cheese. Apparently, these 1.5 billion pounds of cheese that are in caves in Missouri is actually mostly owned by corporations now, such as Kraft Macaroni and American government cave cheese. But we know that the corporations own the government anyway, so same diff. And I read that the US government still does give away this cheese. If there's a natural disaster somewhere around the world, they send a box and they say, gift from the American people, land of the free cheese. This was an early bioweapon to keep our country constipated. Tracy Morgan has a hilarious thing about this, about government cheese, where he says it lowers crime and we should bring back the government cheese program because everyone will be on the toilet. Whether chronic constipation actually decreases or increases violent behavior is up for debate. You tell me in the comments. Gen X. Do you remember the 80s?